Hi everyone, my name is Rachit Agarwal, and I'm the founder and CEO of GOcery. Share your shopping trip, get rewarded. The problem we're aiming to solve is food insecurity on college campuses. Food insecurity means you don't have access to affordable and nutritious groceries nearby, which has a lot of negative impacts on students' well being, from physical and mental impacts to academic impacts as well. On UMD's campus, 20% of students are food insecure. At the same time, there are no supermarkets within walking distance, and a third of students don't have access to a car. This presents a big issue when you have students who are trying to get meals and sustain themselves while taking busy classes, and there's a lot of adverse impacts when they can't do this effectively. The closest store to campus is Target Express, which has a limited and overpriced selection. The two next closest stores are Lidl and Whole Foods, which are still further away. They're not walkable. Whole Foods especially has premium options that aren't affordable by most students. And then Giant and Target are good supermarkets, but they're drivable. So how can we capitalize on the students that do have cars to benefit everyone? Our solution is a technology-powered platform made by students for students. We're building a team to tackle food insecurity on college campuses. My name is Rachit, and I'm a computer science major with extensive software engineering and product management experience at startups like LendUp and Redfin. Our product is a mobile app that provides students with an affordable, convenient, and rewarding way to shop for groceries. The core of the product is GoPoints, our in-app currency. These can be bought, earned, or redeemed for gift cards and charitable donations. The two main services that we have are delivery and trip share. With deliveries, students can pay a small fee, around $5, for getting groceries delivered to them, or earn points, $4, to deliver groceries to other students. So this can be kind of like a side hustle for students. Now, grocery delivery does exist, and we'll talk about that in a bit, but our kind of unique service here is trip sharing, where students can sign up to drive or ride with other students to the grocery store, so they're essentially carpooling, and we reward them for doing so. So we're incentivizing people to take trips to the grocery store and get access to those nutritious groceries. So our model is to use that trip sharing product to gain users and then later get revenue from those users as they convert to paying customers. So we have a free app where GoPoints are rewarded for delivering and for trip sharing, whether you're driving or riding. We have a fee-based grocery delivery system, which is our main source of revenue for now. But as we gain more users and traction, we'll be able to make our value add to supermarkets stronger and our value proposition. So through in-app promotions from supermarkets, ads, health and wellness companies, stuff like that, we'll be able to get more revenue sources. And through those formal partnerships with grocery stores, we'll be able to introduce a revenue sharing program of sorts. Our market is college students in food deserts. Now, unfortunately, there's not a lot of data on college campus food deserts because that data is being analyzed right now. We are actively conducting investigations to figure out which campuses would be the best markets, but we know that University of Maryland would be a great option to start at. So overall, looking at the colleges in the U.S., we want to constrain ourselves to a specific parameters. There's around 5,300 colleges in the U.S., but it's not viable to just look at everything. So we're constraining ourselves to only four-year institutions with their own campuses where most students are living on or near campus. They can be public or private and not urban. So suburban or rural campuses where access to a grocery store will be less efficient. Usually in cities, cities tend to be more walkable, and so students have better access to groceries in those markets. But we want to target campuses where there's kind of a self-contained college town or campus with a medium to large population, so we can effectively provide a reliable service, so greater than 2,000. So this equates to around 380 schools or 4 million students, which is a pretty sizable market. Now, focusing on the University of Maryland, there's 40,000 students, 80% of which are non-commuter students, so they live on or near campus, and then 2/3 of which don't have a meal plan, so they have to provide their own meals. And so that equates to about 21,000 students. We can dig deeper to people who do have access to and don't have access to a car. But GOcery we have to target both customers because it kind of hinges on both segments. So our current competition is any option that users have to get food in their mouths, right? So that could involve going to the grocery store, but if there's no grocery store within walking distance, they have to figure out another way to get there. So they could take a bus through public transit, but this is inefficient and you often have to pay for it. So that's can add up. But we're faster and we're free and we're actually rewarding students for taking shared trips to the grocery store. They can also ride share through Uber or Lyft, but that's expensive and less efficient than our carpools. They can also find a friend to drive them to the store, but that can be difficult, especially in disadvantaged circles where students don't have access to a car. And so GOcery fills this gap of almost finding you a friend to go to the store and rewarding you for it. Grocery delivery services do exist, right? Instacart, Amazon Prime, Peapod, but these all mark up their prices and have high delivery fees. And so our advantage there is price. And then food delivery is another option, such as Uber Eats, Grubhub, DoorDash, etc. But these are pretty expensive and are unhealthy. It's not sustainable to continuously eat takeout. So we beat them on price and nutritional value. So our current progress and traction, we have a pre-revenue minimum viable product with a lot of strong interest from both students and supermarkets. We have 100 student users on our closed pilot test, and we're adding users weekly. And they're giving us a lot of valuable feedback through focus groups and interviews and letting us learn about how they're using the product, their other options, and their behaviors related to groceries and food, and letting us iterate based on those learnings iterate on the product and our model. We also have a lot of buy-in and support from local supermarkets like Lidl, Giant, and Target, and we're building these partnerships and relationships. And in the future, we can have a more formal partnership where we have a revenue sharing agreement or even just a flat fee for bringing more customers to those supermarkets, because as we grow and gain a lot of users, we're going to provide a strong value add for these supermarkets, which are, as a result of GOcery, getting a lot more customers. So our go-to-market strategy is to first test and learn at UMD and then use the power of student promotion to reach more students. So first, we're going to do a UMD pilot test, kind of phase 2 of our pilot test, I guess. And that'll be this fall semester of 2020. We're going to hire campus ambassadors to promote GOcery both in person through events at different campus events and events at the grocery store, giving out swag and stuff like that, and through social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're going to open the platform to all UMD students because currently it's a closed pilot test, and also use promo codes and a referral system to kind of incentivize users further. And of course, have our rewarding trip sharing program. And we're going to continuously gain feedback and analyze how people are using the product to grow and refine the product and business model in preparation for our expansion to 2 local schools, UMBC and Baltimore and Towson, both near Baltimore. So once we refine the product, we're going to launch at these 2 schools, hire 2 ambassadors, and use promo codes and referrals. These 2 schools are good target markets because they also don't have walkable grocery stores nearby. So they also have the same problem of food insecurity and of getting convenient access to groceries. We're also going to start running paid ad campaigns on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and also look at user analytics and figure out which of our marketing channels are best in gaining more customers. So our ask is a $200,000 seed at a $2.2 million pre-money valuation to refine and scale our product and model. This gives us about 18 months of runway. Most of this money is going towards product development, engineers and designers, and then about $33,000 are going towards those trip sharing rewards and towards social media promotion with campus ambassadors as well. And then we have a little bit of money saved for cash just in case. At 18 months, we'll be able to grow further and do a Series A to scale our model even further. Our gross monthly burn is $12,700 a month, and our net burn is $10,400. Our year 1 projected revenue is $27,000. With that, I want to say thank you. Our mission is to ensure that every college student has convenient access to healthy and affordable groceries, and we'll open it up for any questions. Thank you.